Greetings, greetings, greetings. We are back, family. We're in the lab again. We're back in the lab. We have been over in 2017, iron sharpen iron, Coach Sam Carter and I. And so, but we are back. We had told y'all last month we're going to come back with regard to part two about genocide. And I got to let you all know this. This is a very special show. I say all our shows are special. This is a special show because guess what? I got all my family in here. I got all my family with me. My brother, my sisters. Oh my God. Y'all don't know how moved I am to have them here. Very, very special people in my life that have meant a lot to me with regard to what I do. And of course, y'all know Queen Quet. Queen Quet is in the house. Queen Quet, glad to have you here. Glad to have you here. And we're going to go up top. Yes, ma'am. Glad to have you. It's an honor to have the Queen always. Then we're going to move up top. We also got my brother, Josiah Watts, who was a commissioner on the Gullah Gheechee Heritage Corridor Commission. Now, I got to say this about him, let y'all know about him. I've always had mad love and respect for him because the love that he's always shown, Geechee Kuna and Jim Foucault. And I have to say, brother, whenever you talk about them, it always touched my heart. Like even now, I'm kind of emotional about it because that's the one thing that I'm going to say. When it comes to Josiah has always respected us. And when he said when Queen Quet is going to be on the show, he let people know Queen Quet is going to be here. And then going on with regards to our other sisters, our sisters, our stalwart sisters who have been in this struggle, who continue to struggle, who inspire me. And that's Sister Glenda, Representative Glenda Simmons Jenkins out of North Florida. Again, family right here, family. Mad respect and mad love to you.
Good evening. Blessings.
Then we got my sister, the one who talk about her niece all the time. And whenever she talks about it, it always touch me because, again, the family, because we grew together. I think about my brother Halim and all that. It touches me because, again, it's Elder Carly Town. And glad to have you here. And Josiah, I was so moved. I'll let you go ahead and send a greeting out to the people because this is your first time on Run Tell That.
Oh, no. Thank you for having me, Brother Amir, Dr. Torre. I appreciate it. I have much love for y'all. I'm honored to just be on this show with Queen Quet, Ms. Jenkins, Elder Town. I'm excited and looking forward to this, to being able to have this conversation. And I come as a representative of not only the corridor, but of Sapelo Island, our other space, in Georgia as well. And speaking on that, and also, Brunswick, Georgia, which was the home of my younger cousin, Ahmaud Arbery. And we know that a lot of things have happened, just in the past few weeks. And a lot has happened in these past couple of years. So I am just honored to be here with all of you. And I look forward to having this conversation and for us to have some great dialogue and talk about
it.
Right
yes, indeed.
Thank you.
So I have to go and say, Queen Quet and I did a 3-parter early in the spring, but I don't think I did this with her. But I'm going to hit all of y'all with this. I'm that guy asked this question. We didn't do it in November 3rd, but we got to ask this question: who your people? So Queen Quet, who your people?
I don't even deal with y'all blacks, that's for sure. No, I'm just playing with you, Dr. Right. I know, I just wanted to throw him off. I just had to throw him off on the children. I had to throw him off the sickness on the children. Thing like that. But all the Gullah Gheechee to my people, all the Gullah Gheechee to my people. So now, where my daddy, my mom and them, you got all the doctor, all the Pawnee one, as we call them, Palawan and thing like that, in St. Helena Island, half the island and thing of St. Helena in Beaufort County, South Kakalaki. That's where people be. And then rather what you got good wine with the up the road, going toward the Chuck and thing like that, and St. George and all that kind of place like that. That are more the people and this and that. But all the Gullah Gheechee are my people. That's how I look at that thing now.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And so we're gonna go to our sister Elder Carly Town. Who your people? Who your people?
My people is from Union Heights in North Charleston, and also from the city of Charleston, and also St. George, South Carolina, McClellanville, South Carolina, and Somerville. So those are my people, and like Queen say, all the Gullah Gheechee really my people.
All right. And so now I gotta let y'all know this. One of the most interesting shows that we had with Run Tell That this year was with our representative Glenda Simmons Jenkins, when we were talking about some of the remedies of our people, and then it was about the Vaseline. When the Vaseline came up, everybody still talking about that right now. So my sister, we already got to know. But for new viewers to our show, who you people?
I tell you, I will never live that down. My people are from right here in O'Neill, Florida. That's who I represent immediately. But my family is from South Carolina. We don't know exactly where. On my mother's side, her mother was from South Carolina, moved to Florida. On my mother's side, my grandfather was Jamaican, so I have a little bit of Caribbean in there. And then on my father's side, they were from Georgia, Montezuma, and moved down to Florida. So the Vaseline, that's on the Caribbean side. That's all I can tell you.
So yes, and you already heard some of them. We're gonna go again to our brother Josiah Watts. Who your people?
Man, my people. So my father, well, I'm going to say, hey, I'm a part of that nation. I'm a part of the Gullah Gheechee nation, as Queen Quet has said. So my people are Gullah Gheechee. Now, on my father's side, they came from St. Simon's Island, which is down here in Glenn County. But when he was younger, he spent time living also in Ware County and Waycross, and also in Savannah. You know, he used to live near downtown. Now, I don't know the specifics of that. So, you know, I got some roots there too. And on my mother's side, that's Sapelo Island. Yeah, Saltwater Geechee, Sapelo Island. So Hog Hammond, Raccoon Bluff, Lumber Landing, Bell Marsh, all these neighborhoods and communities that were on the island. Now there's only Hog Hammond right now, but those are where my people are from.
All right. We are family.
There it is. There it is.
Yes.
And
Gullah and Gheechee. Come on, y'all.
All right.
That's right.
Family.
That's what I'm talking about.
Gullah and Geechee. All
That's
right.
right.
That's right.
No. And no broke up the two. We ain't gonna break up that set in your Josiah. We know they learn you that taking down there for Sample, but you ain't gonna break up here in your night. You a Gullah Gheechee. And
That's right. That's right. You're right. Let's go correct that. Correct that.
Gullah Gheechee. There we go.
That's it.
And that's what it's about. Because I want the people to know. So people know me, and people say, "They say Jamal, you be all over the place." And I want people to see these are the people that inspire me. Everyone that's on here have provided me with some inspiration. So that's what we're gonna get into. What song or songs inspire you? And so we go to Representative Glenda Simmons Jenkins. We know you threw something out before, but you know if you want to repeat that, that's fine. But again, what songs inspire you or song inspire you?
Oh my goodness! You acting like Queen Quet because she will pull me out in a second to read to him.
I was just reversing the order. That's all we're doing.
Okay, the first thing that came to my mind is God has smiled on me.
Nice.
All right.
That's my inspiration.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So now we go to Commissioner, our brother Josiah Watts. What song inspires you?
Man, I was, thinking about this, and the song that always hits me, y'all. I don't know if y'all know this one or not, but that "Wake Up Everybody."
Yeah, Al Melvin Blue Notes.
And the Blue Notes. That "Wake Up Everybody." From sleeping in bed, we gotta wake up. There's too much been going on, and it's been going on. We gotta wake up.
Yes, and we're gonna be getting into that. And Elder Carly Town, what song inspires you? What inspires you?
Well, what comes to mind right now? Well, what inspiring me right this moment is Nina Simone, "Young, Gifted, and Black."
Yes, indeed. And so Queen Quet.
Gifted and Black. Yes.
Two different songs from two different worlds. Dawn Turn Back from the Gullah Gheechee Nation, and then Still Winning.
Okay. Yes, indeed. Yeah. So we're going to jump into this because some of the people last month, they want us to get down with this. And I guess the reason why, something I did not do. I want to make sure I get this out. How long have your families been in this area? Wow. So, go with Commissioner Josiah Watts. How long has your family been in this area?
Oh man, since we set foot on the land, we talking, 17, 1800s.
All
Mhm.
That's
right.
how long we've been in this area.
Okay. Okay. All right. Queen Quet, how long your people been in this area?
That depends on which set of the people. Because if we talk about my great great grandmothers on both my father's and my mother's side, those are indigenous people to these sea islands. So that is centuries and centuries upon centuries right there, right?
Right.
And if we talk about the African part of the family, and we're talking about the 15 and the 1600s. So we been here. We in the Guayna, we talk.
All right. And Elder Carly Town, how long your people been in the area?
And in the area of the Union Heights, I know we've been there since the early 1900s. My grandfather bought the land, but before that, he was in St. George. So I'd say the late 1800s.
Okay. Okay. And Representative Linda Simmons Jenkins, how long your people been here in this area?
My grandparents moved back to Florida after a brief stint of, no, it wasn't a brief stint, after a while in Boston where he was serving as a pastor, but they moved back here and they moved back to Florida in 19, I think it was 25, 27, something like that. So we've been in the Fernandina Beach, O'Neill area since then.
All right. Now, to those of you who are checking out Run Tell That, we said that everyone, all the family, Run Tell That, share this information. And the reason why I asked that question of them, want that to come out, I want you all to understand the people who are talking to you tonight are people who are vested in this area. They are vested here. They are not people who just come here. No,
Yes.
no, no. They are vested here.
Yes.
So when they speak, they're not speaking just because they're just some Johnny come lately.
Right.
No, their families have been here for centuries. So
Mhm.
that's why I have that respect. Because some of us, and I'll share this with some Gullah Gheechee people, we sometimes we disconnect from that. Like talking about 40 acres of mule. I ain't get my 40 acres of mule. I'm like saying, fool, you got land in your family going back to the 1800s.
And sure enough. Before that,
So
really, you got them by deed in the 1800s, but you had it before that, really, in your
right,
family.
right. So that's why I'm saying. So the people who are speaking here right now are not Johnny come latelys. They are vested here because their sweat equity of their ancestors have been right here in this soil and in this water. So they have the right to talk about and for you to listen. I'm not saying to the Run Tell That family. I'm talking to people who just not joining us, who don't know how we function and how we roll. So that's what we're going to get into. Because again, these are the leaders that we have here. And I got to ask this question: what are the issues that we're facing in Georgia, South Carolina, Florida, and North Carolina?
Mm.
And
Which
I
one
just
you?
thought that anyone wants to judge because this is a general thing. We're gonna get specific.
All right. Well, I can start off. I'll start off, and then y'all can co-sign or not co-sign on it. First issue is lack of unity amongst people.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
And even whether it's in word or deed. That's why I wanted to make that correction earlier. There's no separate Gullah and separate Geechee, and there ain't no different categories. We Gullah Geechee. If you want to ascribe to the rest of that, then you contribute into a problem. All right. Now, the second part is miseducation. So because there's so much miseducation about what Gullah Geechee actually is, many people are bought into it and they're actually selling the misinformation. And they're native Gullah Geechees. That's a big problem. Okay. The third thing, lack of economic empowerment. People not really engaging and recognizing that your community, your island, your institution, whatever you need is already within. It's within the community, it's within our circle, but we don't respect it enough. Them other people, ice is colder to you, and we sell ice.
Mm-hmm.
We can make ice too, but so that is a major issue as well. So if I was going to say the top three things right now, those are the top three that lead to the one that everybody talks about: displacement. Because every one of those things and lack of respect for one another is what contributes to our own displacement, which leads then to the genocide that we were talking about in part one.
Okay. All right. And who else wants to take it? Anyone else?
Yeah, no, I sign
Well,
on definitely with all three that especially the unity that we are doing work, but we work in these silos. You know, when I reach out to you, you know, Brother Torre, I recognize that I got to do a better job of having a stronger bond with the Gullah Geechee Nation, right? So we don't feel like we're dealing with these issues by
Right.
ourselves, because
That's right.
we are not, you know. And if we can find a way to build that unity more, and I admit, even in my community, you know, I feel like my elders could have done a better job of it. So now it's up to me. Now it's up to us, you know, to build and to create that unity, which in essence, you're right, leads to displacement, because we are much stronger together in dealing with,
Absolutely.
you know, fighting against these issues of, you know, of development and everything else that is coming at us from every direction that you can think of. So I echo everything that you just said, and add in there that, you know, we have to do a better job. I know that my community, even, you know, from Sapelo to St. Simons to Darien to McIntosh to Glenn County, has to do a better job of recognizing that we have brothers and sisters out there who are dealing with the same issues, and together we are way more powerful, you know,
Absolutely.
as a nation.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, I'd like to segue into that. I agree with Queen Quet and the brother, because even the organizations in the communities sometimes don't understand what the Gullah Geechee Nation is doing, because they just don't take the time. So it causes disunity, and it also causes fear, like they're afraid to come and be a part of what, you know, maybe what I'm doing in Union Heights. So I do agree that unity is needed, because if we got unity, we could support each other more. Sometimes we have people who come and they support all the time, and then they have other people who are in position in the communities who never come, who never ask a question, who they just, like you said, in a silo. And then when things happen, they'll call you and say, well, you know what's happening? Can you help us out? And by that time, it's almost
It's
too late.
too late.
So we have to really get together. I'm so glad that you are here as a commissioner, because that's very, very, very important.
Absolutely.
I would just add misunderstanding, low self-esteem, and lack of identity. And I bring those to the forefront because, as Elder Carly was saying, people don't understand what the Gullah Geechee Nation is, and they won't often come to find out. You know, they'll go by what they heard or what somebody said, and that's not like knowing for yourself firsthand. Low self-esteem and lack of identity. Low self-esteem in some respects come from a lack of identity. And I can speak to that because my being a part of the Gullah Geechee Nation has restored the missing elements of my identity. So you can just be walking around not really knowing everything about who you are and what you bring to the table, because you're missing information about who the full story, the full narrative of who you are. So those are the things that I think play a role.
And we say thank you to all of you. And we say thank you to Sister Dion with regards to her point. She's in support of with regards to us being able to be unified, and with regards to her being Guyanese also. So, and that's crucial, because just like when I did the Mosier program with Queen Quet, Elder Carly Town, and then I went to go get something to eat. And, you know, BJ Dennis and I had this conversation. How Black folks ain't downtown Charleston. They ain't in downtown Charleston no more. And I'm like, oh my God. Then we tell folks, the former mayor of Charleston came to Savannah approximately 5 years ago, and he's felt out that same type of mentality too about getting us out. And so we see that going on right now. So, and that's why I say, yes, that's why, again, all of you hit around the head. Unity, we got to come together, and we cannot compartmentalize like what's happening there on St. Helena. It doesn't affect me in Savannah, or affect me on Hilton Head, or what happened on Hog Hammock doesn't affect me there in Brunswick. No, I say no. That affects me in Hilliard. It affects me in Yulee, in Amelia Island. It affects me. It affects me in Goose Creek. It affects me, and we got to come together, because I tell them they bank on us not coming together, being separate.
Come on, say it again.
There you go.
So now we're gonna move into this right here.
Ray, don't move too fast, because you know I'm a mathematician. I'm a business owner. When you said bank, let's go there. because when you say where they bank on it, I want people to really seriously take into account, and that pun is intended, what you just said. They literally bank on it. Because when you do not know who you are, as we say, if honey ain't know where the dear from, honey ain't gonna know where honey to go. If you do not know who you are and you don't know whose you are, that we be Gullah Geechee anointed people, people can tell you instead you deserve to eat hog slop, and they'll start selling mini troughs, and you run out there and buy the trough because they done sold to you that you should be eating out of a hog trough. And unfortunately, too many of us are spiritually eating out of hog troughs instead of having this divine energy that we nourish from and feed from as divine people, as Gullah Geechee people, as Black Gold people. And herein lies a big problem. And these other people have come in. And when I say other people, don't start just thinking I mean Buckra people, because I'm talking about Kumyas, period. Straight up and down, Gullah Geechee that are out here packaging things, slapping Gullah Geechee on it, packaging things, slapping Geechee on it, packaging things, whether it's spelled with an I or the EE. We don't spell no I, okay? Ain't no I in Geechee for the week. But slapping that on it. And then they're selling it to people, and people are literally going to the bank. And they're banking on us not standing together against that, not standing up in unity, saying that is unacceptable. It's not authentically our culture, and we will not tolerate it. They're literally making millions a year in the tourism industry with this stuff. So I didn't want that thought to be lost when I heard you say they're banking on it. I literally saw the cash register and could hear the ching ching from people banking on all the things we mentioned a while ago, including our displacement in the face of tourism.
And now, see, when you say that, Queen, now I got to throw something out there. When you talk about saying they make millions of dollars off of us, off of our people, off our ancestors, and who we are today. And guess what? Savannah got a poverty rate of Black folks, Gullah Geechee people, nearly 30%.
Whoa.
Brunswick, Georgia, in 2019 was declared, 2020 was declared the poorest city in Georgia.
That's right.
So here you go. People making millions of dollars, but then the people, again, the same people, just like yourselves, your family, your cousins, our cousins, my cousins, but we impoverished. But they're making millions. And
that makes sense. And Brunswick people may not realize it, Dr. Teray, because like you said, you got new viewers. Put that in context. When Josiah said his people from St. Simon's and Brunswick look at each other. They facing each other in the creek. Jekyll Island, where the Wanderer came in, is also where the Millionaire's Mansion is. They're facing each other on the creek. This is all part of what we call the Golden Isles. And then you have the audacity to have north of that, the Coastal Empire. Whose empire? Who's getting the gold? Who is still mining that out? So I just want people to get that. The same place where Brother Ahmaud Arbery, God bless the dead, was murdered. Like he was some kind of deer running and hunters coming, was murdered. But it's the same place we talk about. Are you kidding me? The same place. So I said earlier, it's poverty. The poverty is in the spirit. The poverty is in the spirit. It's not in the bank, because there's a lot of people moving there and building. And why they want to live there if it's so in poverty? Who's in poverty? Just we.
And so I'm gonna share a little secret with y'all. See, Queen Quet's trying to be funny when she talk about that trough. See, because Queen Quet know that there's a museum in the area that nearly 20 years ago used to have somebody used to come and speak, and they used to say that Gullah Geechee people used to eat out of troughs.
Let's see where you went at. See where you going at.
I'm just saying, literally. Here goes somebody come and telling people who we are. Ain't one of us, but telling people that we ate our troughs.
And there's a buck.
But they had him come to speak. So these people relying on that. So that's why we're going to move into this right here. And we'll start with Representative Linda Simmons-Jenkins. What are the changes that you have witnessed in your locale? What changes have you witnessed in your locale, in your location?
Well, the primary change in my location, let's just talk demographically. The Gullah Geechee population in Amelia Island, Fernandina Beach area has declined over the course of the last century. We went from probably, I don't know, maybe 60% of the population at one point, all the way down to barely 10%, if that. So that's been a drastic change. Of course, the cost of living has increased because of the tourism element on Amelia Island. So that plays a role in the ability of Gullah Geechee people to stay here, and particularly to stay on the island. But in a positive light, I will say that I have witnessed the change in people's understanding of their identity and their cultural connection. They are definitely responding to Gullah Geechee when we call now. When we
praise the Lord. Praise the Lord.
Hey,
hallelujah.
It was crickets.
I know.
So, I'm really grateful for that. So we definitely have made some steps toward that identity element side, and now we need to infuse people with the ability to stand and be empowered, and to use their knowledge of their culture and their heritage and their identity to their advantage.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. Elder Carly Town, what are the changes that you witnessed or what you've seen in your location?
Well, we have had a decrease in the population. It was an older population, and a lot of people died. So a lot of houses were left there. And so gentrification has taken over because they have taken those vacant lots that they told us that we couldn't build on it after, the house was torn down. But they have somebody who came in and filled in the land, and now they're building. So they have all these new houses that are like $200,000. So that has created a tax increase in the community. So that means that the people in the community, some of them were barely paying taxes before. And now I'm quite sure it has created even more of an issue. So I've seen that. And also the fact that the good thing about it, like Representative Glenda said, more people are becoming aware of Gullah Geechee culture and the importance, because we are putting we actually make sure the community that we're in Union Heights, the people there, because most of them are Gullah Geechee, we let them know that we are Gullah Geechee people and that we must take a stand. And that stand must mean that we must hold on to the land, that we have some of it we have already lost, but now we can start now. We can live in a moment and start making sure that we buy up the block, because everybody else has come in there and block. And I found that a lot of times people felt, because of the poverty there, that their land really wasn't worth that much. But now that everybody else is coming in and building these big old houses, while we have these other shotgun houses that are still there, they're realizing now, well, maybe I should have listened, because I should have bought that house that was on sale for like $5,000. Even though it was an abandoned house, you could fix it up. It's land. So now more people are looking to, more people who have become conscious are looking to buy land back in the community. And matter of fact, I had somebody send me the tax sale for North Charleston, which for the city of Charleston. And I was really happy, because I was telling somebody, for the people for the longest, we need to look at the tax sale. And now they're looking at that. And there's a lot of people on that tax sale. The tax sale, I think it starts on the 13th of December, I think it is, yes. But overall, the vision that I see our people being empowered, because we are going to continue to engage them. And there's a lot of people that are wanting to do things with Gullah Geechee culture, but still there's a lot of people that are doing things that are that's not helpful, because they're coming up with all kinds of different things, counterproductive things that are not really Gullah Geechee stuff. It's just stuff that they want to make money. So I pray that God will open their eyes, because this is not a culture that needs to be pimped by our own people.
Or just by Black folks in general. Right.
Okay. So now, Commissioner Watts, what's happening in your location, in your locale?
Oh man, let me tell you, everything. And I'm gonna talk about Glenn County, and McIntosh.
Right. Oh,
McIntosh
yes,
is
absolutely. That's why we got you here.
Yeah, please.
there, and then you got Glenn County, which has St. Simons and Brunswick in it.
Yeah.
When I was growing up, I can, all of us St. Simons was, we talking about majority African American.
Yeah.
It was us Gullah Geechee people.
Canada.
And now we're looking at a space that is over 90% white. So where'd all those folks go? They got displaced.
Yeah.
They're gone. Now there, different organizations there that may have been preserving land, but they didn't help to help the
Preserve
people,
ours,
right?
right.
So
Right.
even actually, my family is one of the few families, that are left that have land still, on St. Simons. So you had this major shift, and then when we go to Brunswick, where we do have a large amount of Gullah Geechee people, there as well. I mean, just like you talk about, the poverty rate is highly excessive. There are all kinds of issues that are going on, and the murder and lynching, of my young brother, young cousin Ahmaud Arbery, only exposed what was already there.
There.
All these inequities that are already there.
Yes.
Now the flip side of that is, just elected the youngest mayor in the state of Georgia, African American, a young man named Cosby Johnson, who was also, supported by the family. I have another younger commissioner that was just elected as well. So there is change coming, but there's a lot of work, that needs to be done from the police department to the commissioners, to the local officials, who have been in these positions who've just not been doing their jobs.
Job. That's it.
They haven't been doing their jobs.
That's
And
right.
then, we look over at, McIntosh, with Sapelo Island, dealing with, significant issues of, pushing back development, dealing with, issues of property taxes, which we had a few years back. But, we're dealing with a lot of those same issues at St. Helena, and all the other surrounding counties where, you have people building houses out of code, out of zoning, which helps to raise these property taxes because no one's policing them, and they're invading spaces on the mainland side. Now the good side of it is that we are mobilizing, we are standing up. But like I said, that other part of it, I think, like you said, Queen Quet and Reverendess Glenda and Elder Town, is unity. That we're working in a silo, and we have to work together, and that involves the leadership that we have reaching out to the leadership that everyone that's sitting in this space right now with us have. So.
Yes.
And great. And so, Queen Quet, I don't want you to answer that question right there. I don't want you to answer. Because what happened when we first did this show in November 3rd, and it was about genocide. When you and I sat down and you then talked about that, I was like, yep, that's straight up genocide. So discuss, why is all this genocide, what we're hearing from Representative Glenda Simmons-Jenkins, from Elder Carly Town, from Commissioner Josiah Watts? Why is all this genocide? Explain this, because I want the audience to understand this. This is not a joke. This is not a game when we say this is genocide.
Right. And it wasn't a hook just to get you to tune in. The reason that we say it's genocide is a structured killing of a community of people, usually a particular ethnic group. People refer to it also as ethnic cleansing. Okay. So the erasure of a particular cultural group of people. And why I am so adamant about being anti people flipping the words Gullah Geechee or splitting the words or misspelling the words is because that's a very beginning of division.
Yeah.
Okay. And as long as you can now start to separate us even further apart than the sea islands are even separated by water, then I begin to think my problems are just my problems. Dr. Teray problems is just his problems. Brother Josiah problems is just his problems. Elder Town problems is just her problems. And Representative Glenda Simmons-Jenkins, just your problem. That ain't my problem, because we're not connected. I'm not you. You're not me. That only benefits those who want the annihilation of people of African descent throughout America, throughout North America. Okay, that only benefits those who will profit off of us being removed from the land and then replaced by museums and kiosks and gift shops that have pictures of us on the items that they sell and got little buttons where you can hear the little song. Now, here's a little song. This is how they used to sound. This is where they used to be here. So all you need do is look to the stories of numerous Native Americans or Indigenous American groups. Look to those stories. It starts off the same way. But I gave homework on the last episode. Go watch Hotel Rwanda. Watch the film Hotel Rwanda starring Don Cheadle, and that's your homework. If you really don't grasp what I'm saying, because at any time that you start splitting and dividing from one another, they can also finance you murdering one another. So the violence that Brother Josiah referenced that goes with poverty, you gonna kill those closest to you. You ain't got no money to go nowhere else. So now you will now take all of what is an internal pain and anguish from all of what you feel you don't have, all of what you hear your grandfather had, but he lost it, and how much better we could have been if they had kept it. And you're going to blow that out on whoever's closest, your churn, your wife, your husband, your mama, your daddy, your elders in the community that can't get around and function where you should be coming to function for them and help them. No, you thinking about yourself. That individualism has been fueled and financed by Western society against African people across the world. And so we can learn from the poor examples of the civil wars in Africa. We can learn from the poor examples of the rioting we've seen elsewhere and the violence we've seen elsewhere in the world, and not allow it to come to the Gullah Gheechee Nation. We should not be killing one another. We should be inextricably tied together, just like our ancestors are on the Gullah Gheechee Nation flag. Those are human bodies intertwined. That's why we the all one. We be Gullah Gheechee, not, oh, you this and you that, and then you not part of me. When Brother Ahmad got murdered, I hurt. When Walter Scott got murdered, I hurt. When and Clementa Pinckney, I knew personally when he was assassinated, that was like, you shot me. Okay, so all of us should be feeling that if something happens to one of us. But why? Something got to happen. Why something like that got to happen? So we should not allow it, and we shouldn't take these attitudes. I'm gonna throw this out and let it go, Dr. Teray. Stop taking these attitudes on social media when people post the things and say, make this go viral. Black men stop killing black men. Why are y'all offended by us posting that?
Yeah.
Into dialogues about other stuff. Nothing else has any bearing on that. Just simply make that go viral. Okay, that you make all this craziness that the rappers put out go viral, stuff that don't make no sense, y'all make it go viral. So you make plates of food go viral. So why are you offended when we put up memes that say black men stop killing black men? If we say, yes, support one another, black people, why are you offended? Don't be offended. Just go on and share it, and then start to care about that and live it. Support each other. Black women, stop killing black women. Stop character assassinating and stop shooting and murdering and killing. Black men ain't the only ones killing people. Black women kill people too. But we all need to stop doing that. Let's stop killing each other. Let's live together in unity like we've been saying this whole time. And that's how you counteract what the plan is that the other people got for us. They can't kill us. We don't die. We multiply. We be Gullah Gheechee anointed people.
And something that's interesting, Kasia Brooks, who's one of the activists here in Chatham County, but also she goes to Kansas City also, and she did a live on IG, on Instagram this week, and she made a comment. She said, 2 people cannot save Savannah. She said, Mr. Teray and me are out there on these streets, and it's just the 2 of us when there's 200 of y'all who know what time it is, but it's just too much. She said, and I was like, whoa, okay. And she like, me and him out there. And so that's what a part of the issue's going on. Some of us sit silent with regard to this. And so now I toss it out to you all and find out, what are the solutions? What are some solutions, concrete solutions that you all see what we need to be doing? And that was so our artists, again, the Run Tell That family can now begin having that seed planted in them for them to begin making those moves and those alliances with regards to that.
Well, I'm going to start with what I said was the problem. If you don't know who you are, find out who you are. Find out who your people were. Trace your roots. Find out what it means to be Gullah Geechee. Understand the anointing that is on the culture to be the people who were brought to America to build America. Understand what that means. Understand the gifting that we have, the blessing that we had for a new language to come out of many tongues. Understand that. So to me, the first step in the solution is know who you are so you can understand how to relate to other people so that you don't have to carry around a crutch, so that your ego does not have to be overcompensation.
Amen.
Educate yourself about cultural identity, land ownership, the economics of capitalism, and how your right to self-determination that has been exercised through generations plays a major role even today in your survival now and what the survival of your family and those to come will be. To me, that is the first step.
And I say,
I'll add. I mean, I think, you know, part of that, I mean, I follow and support everything that's been said already. You know, the other side of that, and Dr. Torre, you know this so well, is, you know, in order to change, some of these systems aren't going to change unless we, you know, are running for these spaces and these places and these offices, whether it's, you know, people don't think about it, you know, midterm elections, well, you know, what's voting for a commissioner or voting for this or voting for this person? It don't matter. It's just every 4 years that matter. No, the people that are making these decisions that are hurting us on those local positions, those local commissioners, those local council people. So we got to start running for these seats, going to these meetings, paying attention to what's going on, holding people accountable when they're not doing their jobs. They gotta go. They gotta go. So I mean, it makes all the difference. And even in our recent election, you know, though it's wonderful that we now have this new mayor-elect, young millennial, who I think is going to do an amazing job. You know, there were so many people that didn't vote that were registered voters.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, but when stuff happens, they're going to be mad. They're going to be upset.
Yeah.
So we got to use the power that we have. And I echo the same thing. We have got to stop hurting each other.
Thank you, sir.
You know, just because we occupy the same space, you know, whether it's killing, whether it's right, no matter what it is, we got to recognize that. You know, we got to recognize that we're all being held under duress.
Come on.
So
all right.
How do we use that power? Not that power where I'm going to hurt my brother, I'm going to be angry at my brother, but how can I constructively say, okay, what do we got to do in order to uplift ourselves? Because ain't nobody coming to save us.
Come on now.
We got each other. That's what we have. We have one another, and we got to figure that out.
That's right.
Absolutely. Next.
I agree with both Representative Glenda and Commissioner Josiah. I believe that I've always, like Glenda, I believe in education and people learning more about who they are and whose they are. And also, if you don't understand something about what I'm doing or anybody in the Gullah Geechee Nation doing, come to the elders, sit down, and let us tell you that story. Because this just did not start yesterday. This is a 20 or more year. This is a lifetime thing. This is not something that we thought up. This is all divinely ordered. That's why we're here. So I would recommend that people would come to us and talk, you know, about what they want to know, and try, when you do learn who you are, and you go out there to educate somebody else, make sure that you educating people about things that are correct. You just can't come and sit for a year and expect to know everything, especially if you was just born in 1999, 2000 or something. You don't know everything. You need to go to your elders, your wise elders, and find out what's going on or what has gone on, because if you know where you came from, you know where you're going. But some people just figure that they can just pick up the mantle and run with it, and they're sometimes they're running, but what are they running to? Because this can create wars when you divide like that. With the Gullah here, the Gheechee here, that's how the war started, like Queen said. And we don't need no war. We've been peaceful for all these 400 years.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And yes, ma'am.
So, go.
No, I was just gonna say, and freedom ain't free. So I was just gonna add to it that economically we need to support one another, because even education costs money.
Right.
So I mean, I'm sure all of us have more books than we can amass. Y'all see books next to me, but if y'all could only see how many books is on this floor and up here. Okay, so that's the thing. Freedom ain't free. So the other thing is, you might say, well, I don't have a lot. Well, nobody telling you give every single dime, you know, like the woman in the Bible. We're not telling you give your last mite. What we are saying, though, is it is mighty if you give. So even if a brother or sister has a business and you spend $1 with them, come on, you spending hundreds and thousands with these other people. So you mean to tell me you can't find your way into this brother or sister store once a week with $1? I mean, I believe we can. So we have to realize that if we want certain things in our communities, we're going to have to finance it. The ones we are looking for are us. Look in the mirror. Like, ain't nobody else coming to save you. So, you know, Jesus done paid it all even. So therefore, it's now time for us to pay something into the community by sharing economically and supporting each other economically as well. And that's going to be one of the things I feel we all need to commit to doing. If you didn't do it before, you got a new year coming, 2022. Let's see what you do.
All right, that's it.
Right.
Again, action. We need action. We need people to be about action, not just about talking, but we need action. And we say share, 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 share. And one thing we want to go ahead and definitely get out. We want you all to tell folks how can they contact you, or how can they contact you all. We'll start with you, Queen Quet. How can people contact you?
Go to queenquet.com. That is my official site. If you're trying to book me for something, go there. On social media, you can find me at Gullah Gheechee on Instagram and Twitter. I'm also now on a whole bunch of other stuff. I'm actually on a number of social media platforms, but the best one to follow is Gullah Gheechee Nation on Facebook. Daily we post there, but we do have Gullah Gheechee on Clubhouse. I'm on there. And then we're also now on TikTok, all right, as Gullah Gheechee Nation. So I post different things historically there so you can keep up. So please definitely stay in touch, stay tuned. But if you go to GullahGheecheeLand.com, GullahGheecheeLand.com, there's a whole form there. You can fill it out, and that we get in our database and support.
I thought I saw you do a challenge on TikTok. I knew it was you. I knew it was you.
I don't even be doing that. What I'm gonna do a challenge of Black people in unity. I'm gonna do a Gullah Gheechee unity challenge. That's what I'm gonna do. I'll be doing the rest of that fool stuff y'all be up in there doing.
So Brother Josiah Watts, Commissioner Watts, how can people contact you and play a role with regard to helping an alliance with you all?
So you can always reach me. I have a website, just josiahwatts.com. You can go there, you can, click, send me a message, send me a contact. I'm happy, like I said, to, talk about these issues. And even on my site, it talks a little bit about everything that's happening and going on. But yeah, that's the easiest way to reach me. And also, they can go to sidecars.org, which is the website for the Sapelo Island Cultural and Revitalization Society, and click on the contact information there. And you can always reach me, through there too. So either one of those.
Okay. All right. And Elder Carly Town, how can folks contact you? How can they get in touch with you and support in the alliances?
Okay. Elder Carly Town on Facebook. And my website is Gullah Gheechee Angel Network.com, and also on Instagram. Elder Carly.
You trying to go Nickelodeon on us out of town?
Ron was about to say, hold up. Hold up.
Yes.
I won't get no call from Ron. I think he's talking about Jamal. What was Carly talking about?
And also, I know, right?
Yeah, we don't need that.
And also, people can call me also at 843-735-2189.
All right, good. And Representative Glenda Simmons Jenkins, how can folks contact you, support you?
Well, they can get in touch with the Gullah Geechee Cultural Heritage Committee of Northeast Florida via Facebook. That's long, but we're there. And also can email us at NEFLAGG two M's, two T's, two E's at yahoo.com.
Okay.
So
Cool.
NEFLAG committee at yahoo.com.
Oh, and I'll add to, I didn't even think about social media too. So you can reach me on social media, just under Josiah Watts, and also the Sapelo Project on social media. Both of those on Facebook. So.
All right, good. Now, one thing,
and go GullahGeecheeNation.com and follow, and you'll find out all the stuff we got going on and stuff, the real true Gullah Geechee stuff, not that stuff that Dr. Teray be telling y'all sometimes.
See, now, which I was going to share, Brother Josiah, Commissioner Watts, I'll let you know this. Run Tell That is the little brother show of all the ATR shows. Now, the other show, they have 2 and 5 hour shows. See, we just have an hour show. So that's why we had to do a part 2 with regard to this. And we're going to probably have to do some other things too. But then now, because I was going to ask the question, what is unique about your area? What do you love about being Gullah Geechee? But we probably won't have enough time for that. And we might have to go and move on. Well, I think we can probably get that in. All right. What is unique about your area? What is the thing that you love about being Gullah Geechee? So I'll let y'all know. Hilton Head Island is the beginning of Gullah Geechee people. That's the first place in the land. 1526. That'll let y'all know that. Hilton Head. Lord Jesus.
It's story. He didn't teach Centel now in the name of Hilton Head. Lord Jesus, we can pray for you.
Call Santa Elena. Hilton Head.
Elena was right where I live. Now, stop story. Stop story. That's why y'all call GullahGeecheeNation.com, not the storytelling of Dr. Amir Jamal Teray at DayCleanSoul.com. So for me, the thing I love and thing like that at Gullah Geechee love. That's what's so special and thing like that. And I glad he for difference to tell Island where you still the people cracking teeth like that, and then we come together and help everybody and thing like that. And if somebody needs something, we help them out and thing like that. So that's why I still love the Gullah Geechee love. That will make us unique.
All right. Next. Anyone? Free.
I love the vibrance of Gullah Geechee people. I love our energy, the culture, the imagination, the indomitable spirit. I just love being Gullah Geechee. And that's just it.
A vibrant thing.
Yes, exactly.
That's right.
Well, I just, of course, like Queen said, love. I love, and I find that Gullah Geechee is amazing. Gullah Geechee communities are amazing because they have all these unique stuff that nobody else has. And I just love the idea of having all these beautiful stuff inside the community, even though sometimes they don't even have money to do stuff, but they still make do. Right. I love that.
Creativity.
Yeah, I think for me, everything y'all have said and just the love and the culture. And I always think about when I walk on the land, like in the footsteps of my ancestors.
Yes.
And what they went through and the power, the determination and the resilience.
Yes, sir.
But that love that they had for one another and to be able to survive. And so that we can be sitting right here, right now.
That's right.
Conversation and talking about what we need to do.
Yes, sir.
That's what is unique for me.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
All right. Now, this next question.
No, Dr. Teray, answer the question. Just be throwing questions at us. So you think you is answer the question.
I love the entire area. I love the field. I love the soil. I love the water. I love the people. I love the entire area. I love the experience. I love knowing all of the unique elements of where we are and then seeing the commonality, And I go for example of that. One of the things when the first time we were in Stool Queen Quet and then the African Spirit came out And Elder Carly Town say, you know, brother, these people want to talk to you, and I'm talking to these folks. Then later on, Bunny Rodriguez, Elder Bunny Rodriguez, she said, come here. She was like, no, listen here, because the Spirit has said chilling. Because you know now, and she like, you know, we don't be saying no chilling. No, Buck would say that. I said, wait a minute. I said, she said, we say churn. I said, Hilltop, we say churn too. The man, we say churn too. I said in Charleston, I know in Charleston, they be saying chilling. So I just try to adapt. So that right there, and that's that spirit. That's the thing that I love again. And that's what, again, and that's the thing that makes us unified. That I tell people, I say, we never compartmentalize. We never compartmentalize. I see the family. I see the thread between all of us. But there's something we're going to get into right now, and I want y'all to get it right. There's a question I must ask. Only 3 you can ask the question, answer the question. One person cannot. That's the person down in Florida. They can't answer the question. But the question is, what is the best high school in the U.S. United States? What is the best high school in the United States? And get the answer right. Get the answer right. Get the answer right, because there will be some punishment. I'll let y'all know that. Get the answer right. What is the best high school in the United States? I'm ready. Yes,
the best one is saying Helena High. The best one is saying Helena High in the Gullah Gheechee Nation. I ain't dealing with the United States. Y'all go ahead with that.
Wrong.
Right.
Hans Wilson High School. And North Charleston.
I mean, I said Burke High School on
Burke High School.
We must be talking
In
about
the city of Charleston.
either Glen Academy or Brunswick High. One of those two. McIntosh. Somewhere in there. One of them.
Somewhere in there. That's right.
All y'all wrong. And see, only because I don't want people to see that I'm going to shoot y'all, because y'all say no violence between black folks.
No violence. This is how the genocide begins.
That's why I got my weapons. That's why I got my weapons. My weapons right here, ready to go to war. We ready to go to war. We ready to fight. It is Herschel P. Dickens High School, 1800 East Lorenzo, and Avenue is Savannah, Georgia, 1800 East Lorenzo.
That he don't even own. The Buck was on the high school, and he want to kill his people over the high school. See, this is how it begins. But he just did that so y'all see the example of what not to do. We done told you it's about love and unity and economic support and our identity and being self-determined, because we be Gullah Gheechee anointed people. And we just want to say happy holy days to all 100 children. And now y'all run tell that.
That's right. And again, that's a wonderful way to close out. We appreciate all of you all, because again, you all the stalwarts in this community, in this nation, for our people to tell the story. Again, we thank you all for joining the Run Tell That. And to the family Run Tell That, we say share, share, share. Sister City, we see you right here. And Sister City, she's witnessing what's going on. And she will also go and say Herschel B. Jenkins High School.
Storytelling.
All right. Appreciate y'all. Yeah,
love y'all.
Be safe.
Love y'all.
Peace and blessings, y'all. Love y'all. See you on the children's
happy holiday. Yes.
And see now here go the deal. See this is what they do. Mr. Producer, see how you doing me right now? See, I'm telling y'all be shutting us down. Me and Sam Carter. Y'all shut me and Sam down, because y'all got Queen Quick. Yes, appreciate you all.